How's it going? I'm Jared Gillis. Welcome to another All About RVs. Today I want to tell you about a little journey that I started on this morning. So I had been searching for something that I had lost, and while I was searching, I might have found a hidden secret storage area on the RV here. So if there was that one hidden secret storage area inside of the RV, what other ones might there be in the RV? How can I gain access to them or be able to utilize them? So that's what today is about, trying to find as many of these hidden storage areas inside of the RV. So I might have found an area that we can gain a little bit of storage here in the main bedroom in the RV. I'd lost my headphones and I was feeling around this morning and around the edge of the bed, and my hand went into a space that there's no access to anywhere. So when you open up the storage underneath the bed here, we have this area where we can have storage under there that it's designed for, but on the other side of that board, it seems like there's empty space. So I went to pry into there to check it out, to see if there's anything behind there that would block me from being able to store some stuff back there. Like we have these boogie boards on the RV and I can never find anywhere to put them that it's out of the way. I'm not fighting it for those few times that we actually want to use them. So a space like that might actually be perfect for something like that. So I'm gonna dive into it. Oh yeah, look at this. We got tons of storage under there that we just unlocked. This is what I was hoping for. That couldn't have fit any better for those two boogie boards squeezing right in there. And it didn't take up any of our normal storage. It's just an awkward type of an item. So that's definitely a win for the secret storage find. This is the next one that I had on my list that I wanted to check. So we have this cabinet where we have usable space up here on this top shelf, but this is blocked off. So it's pretty obvious. We have electrical on the bottom with some 12 volt, and on the side we have the stereo that kind of takes up that portion of the cabinet. But we also have another cabinet over here where we have the bottom that's usable, but the top is blocked off. Now there doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on in here, but I imagine there's some wires back behind there, probably not run very efficiently, but we can consolidate those, I imagine, and be able to get more use out of this cabinet here. So for now, this is going to be fine. I'm gonna come back in here and kind of trim up the back of this cabinet, make it look a little bit more clean with a fit and a finish in there that I would be happy with. But for now, we're able to actually gain some storage out of there. I can show you just by putting some of this stuff in there. We can actually use some of that in there. So now we just need to see what else we can find in there. Now this one is interesting because I don't think it's all that usable with the fireplace here, and it's tucked in behind it. Big open area back here, but I don't really know how usable this one is. So while this one's a dud for actually being able to store anything worthwhile, I do have one more that I think has a big area behind it. So this one's in the boys' room, and so this area is the lower bunk, the lower bed. So we have the outside kitchen over there, and we have these two drawers here, and then we have this strange panel here that we just have a vent for heating, and then we have some 12 volt. But if we pop open this drawer here and pull it out, you can see that there's a large area back in there that you really don't have any access to. There's just a couple of loose wires. I mean, they're strapped down, but there's not much in there. But it's such an awkward area. So I think what you would have to do, this one would take a lot more work and some thought to be able to do. You'd have to remove this low volt and maybe do this vent a little bit lower. You could duct it into the bottom, but then you'd have to do like a cabinet door on here to match. And then you would have access back into this area. It'd be a narrow access, but you would have access to it. So this is probably one that's a little bit of a bust, but quite interesting that there's that much room back in here. Well, overall, that actually wasn't too bad. We found a couple of spaces that are going to be more useful for storage and just for some of those awkward items. So that's definitely a win. One of them, like the fireplace, we'll just mark that off the list. No need to try and go into there, just for safety and for just keeping it simple. That other one in the boys' room is going to take a little bit more thought. Not going to do anything with it yet, but I think there is some usable space that you could use in there. Now, the word of caution that I would give to you if you're opening up extra storage spaces inside of your RV, don't mess with the function too much. Like, you don't want to be messing with the airflow, like that vent in the boys' room. We don't want to mess up any of the airflow that would go into there. But if we can do that safely, I don't see a problem using the ones that we talked about today. The other thing is, just because you could have more places to store things, don't go over on your weight limit. It's already easy in these RVs to, if you fill up your storage areas and you fill up all your cabinets, you're probably going to be overweight on a good majority of the towable RVs that are out there. So just a word of caution, watch the weight in the RV if you start using some of these places. So as a side note, I did find my headphones, so very thankful. They were in a pocket of a jacket that I had. I forgot to take them out. But anyways, I think that's gonna do it for today. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you wanna see more videos about RVing, hit that subscribe button. And if we don't see you on the road, hopefully we will see you next video.